A few years back I was using this tablet, the OG Y700, as my primary. Now last year I got to spend a good couple of months with its successor, and then I ended up getting myself the next model, the 2025 Y700 or the Gen 3, and that's been one of my two primary tablets for the last 10 months or so. I liked it enough to take it with me on my trip to India and now China, and now for the last week or so I've been using this tablet, the 4th generation Y700, the one with the Snapdragon 8 Elite as my primary, and honestly I've been blown away. Lenovo's done an amazing job with this, and in today's video, let me show you why I'm so impressed. If this is your first time here, or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash, you're watching C4E Tech, and let's get started. One of the reasons I really love this tablet so much is because this time it feels like Lenovo's actually listened to the consumers. And that's not something you see every day with brands. You know what? Let me make it easy. Here are a few things I've said about the Y700 over the years. It just feels so damn stupid for a brand to remove microSD on a product like this. Okay, not really stupid, they sell more 512 units, I get it. From a business perspective, maybe in the short term it helps them, but looking at this as an end consumer, it's probably the most disappointing thing about the 2025 Y700 for me. And I also said this, the second camera that they've included this time, it's a 2 megapixel macro. And for the life of me, I don't understand why anyone would want that. Give me 20 mAh more, give me 3 grams less, give me a headphone jack. Who in the blue hell wants a macro camera on a tablet, that to a 2 megapixel one? And guess what? I'll take 4 out of 5 any day. And it's not just about listening to consumer feedback, there's just generally a lot of upgrades all across the board. Like for example, the Y700, it's now lighter. Lenovo's also gotten the thickness to under 7 millimeters. In fact, it's so slim that the Type-C ports aren't centered, and I'm sure it's gonna trigger some people's OCD. What Lenovo's done here is they've implemented the display differently. It doesn't pop up past the frame anymore, and the frame, it's still all metal. In fact, the back's unibody now with the edges curved. So a combination of this, the thickness, the weight, this is the most comfortable the Y700 has ever been. And like I said, the microSD slot is back. Pausing here, as I was wrapping up this video, I came across reports of microSD being slow on this one. Now, since I've been traveling, I don't have a high-speed microSD card on hand. So I've ordered one. Once I get it, I will test it out and let you guys know how it is with my unit. I will pin a comment below that like button. So anyways, continue. We still get dual USB ports, 2.2 to the bottom, 3.2 to the side, both capable of 68-watt charging. And just like last year, both ports can work at once. So for me, when I'm charging the tablet, to be able to say access my SSD or plug in a pair of Type-C earphones, I really like doing that. You know, because that's something you can't do with other tablets or even something like a Steam Deck for that matter. Now the side port, it does support video out, and Lenovo still provides options to mirror the display or extend the desktop. And when you extend it, you actually get to choose resolution, refresh rates, and so on. And the Y700 can also double as a large trackpad if you wanted to. By the way, Lenovo also offers a dedicated desktop mode similar to Samsung's DeX. Now, given Lenovo's been doing this for many years, they've gotten really good with the software. They're calling it ZUX now. It's built atop Android 15 and it's pretty snappy. Now with the tablet, taking advantage of all that screen on hand is very important, and ZUX lets you do that. There's multiple ways to split screen. It's all very intuitive and convenient. I really like the choices provided, talking about which, you also get to choose how you want a game displayed on screen. Once again, ZUX OS, it offers multiple options. And when gaming, it's got multiple profiles on offer, there's an FPS meter, there's support for bypass charging too. So overall, software here is definitely a positive. Though Lenovo's not officially said anything, I would expect this tablet to get at least 2 Android version updates. Now my assumption is based on the fact that the Y700 2023, which launched on Android 13, it's now received its Android 15 update. Moving on, the display here, at first glance you might not see it, but this has been upgraded substantially too. Well, the size, the bezels and the tech, they remain the same. The resolution has been increased. This here is a 3K panel, meaning a pixel density of over 400 pixels per inch. So everything's sharper and we still get the same 165Hz refresh, so everything is smooth. And from a quality perspective, it's not an OLED, but it's an excellent IPS LCD panel. There's HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision. The brightness peaks at about 900 nits, so there's no real change there. And the speakers, when you hold the tablet this way, you can't really cover them up. Now that's good. But the Y700 2025 edition already had that, and it was pretty awesome. It was one of my favorite speakers on a tablet. Somehow, Lenovo's actually managed to improve on that. Here, have a listen. Now maybe you didn't really notice a difference while listening to the audio, because the first time I did, I didn't really notice it either, but then I imported that clip onto my editing timeline, and there I could actually see the difference in waveforms. The new model, it is a little louder. Now the next upgrade is with the battery, which now happens to be much larger at 7600 mAh, and in my time so far, it feels like the battery life is up 20-ish%. Given the last model, I'd rate the battery life on it above average. I'd consider this quite good. Lenovo still includes a 68-watt charger in the box, using which you can get a 30% charge in 10 minutes and a full charge in just 53. And now let's talk about the biggest upgrade this year, the chip on the inside. We've got the Snapdragon 8 Elite with LPDDR5X Ultra, the faster 9600 megatransfers per second RAM, and the fastest UFS 4.1 storage. So Lenovo's gone all top of the shelf here. But this isn't the only device that we are seeing with this combination, right? Because there are a lot of devices, yes, mainly phones, but we've seen a lot of devices with this same combo. So how does the Y700 stand out? What does it do differently, apart from the fact that it's a compact tablet? When stressed, this tablet only lost 13% of its performance. Now that's better than the ROG Phone 9 Pro, a specialist gaming phone. Now that's better than the OnePlus Pad 3, a tablet that is so much bigger. I mean, remember I told you guys the OnePlus Pad 3 is about the same size as an A4 sheet of paper? The Y700, it's smaller than that A4 sheet folded in half. And here's the kicker, Lenovo's pulled that off without any heating issues whatsoever. The same test that caused overheating errors on some phones pushed thermals over 50 degrees on others. The Y700, it runs at a cool 40 degrees. And even that 40 degrees, that's bang at the center of the back, far away from where you'd be gripping the tablet when you're using it. Lenovo's absolutely nailed the performance aspect here. On a side note, it has nothing to do with this video, but there is one device that is better at sustained performance, one 8 Elite device that's better at sustained performance than this. And we've talked about that device here on C4E Tech, so if you can remember which one it is, let me know in the comments below that like button. Also, if you've made it this far, a device like this, it's pretty niche, it's hard to source, it's even harder to get the YouTube algorithm to show it to people. So if you like seeing videos like this, if you want to support me, if you can, hit that subscribe button. It will help with the algorithm. So anyway, coming back, this is the best passively cooled 8 Elite that I've seen till date. So if you want to game on it, Lenovo's G7 controller is pretty cool. But that was so last year, and this is 2025. And with 2025, we get the G9. This transforms the Y700 into a dedicated handheld of sorts. With a combined weight under 700 grams, it just feels amazing to game on. I have a dedicated video about the G9. If you want to know more about it, I'll leave a link to it below that like button. So check it out if you want more information. Now before we get to the pricing, a big shout out to video sponsor Anbernic. They now have a new device in the RG34XX SP. If you want a compact, foldable flip handheld with a tinge of nostalgia, this one will be a good choice. It's available in a bunch of bright colors. I love my yellow the most. It's got nice buttons with a couple of sunken sticks too. There's a good 3.4-inch IPS display with a 3:2 aspect ratio that's just perfect for Game Boy Advance games. So if you want to turn the clock back and once again play the games you loved when growing up, you should probably check out the Anbernic RG34XX SP. To know more, I'll leave a link in the description below. Give it a look if you're interested. So overall, as you can see, Lenovo's improved on an already solid product in every way possible. The build, the display, the performance, the battery life, and they've done all that without really increasing the price a lot. The price has only gone up by 6%. The Y700 started at 3099 RMB last year, 3299 RMB this year. Converted prices should be on screen right now. So overall, if you like small tablets for reading, for holding in one hand and watching videos, watching vertical content, playing games, if you're into handheld gaming, the Y700 Gen 4 is an amazing choice. I really hope the global Legion Tab Gen 4 launches soon. So I guess that's it. What do you guys think about this tablet? Leave a comment below that like button, and thanks for watching. Ash out.